and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys how I made 4 figures in 2 weeks. Yes, 4 figures in 2 weeks. No, I didn't do anything illegal. I didn't do anything crazy or outrageous. I did do something unconventional, for me anyways, because I didn't think that I would do anything like this to make money, but it actually turned out to be pretty amazing. And this time that I'm talking about right now isn't the first time I've done it. I've done it previously before, and I've probably been doing it, I think, for about 7 or 8 months now. So what I did, you can do it too. You watching this video, whether you're watching on your phone, on your laptop, after this video, you're probably gonna do the exact same thing I did, and hopefully you will have the same luck that I did too. So what I did is I went on the computer, I did some research, and I went to this little website. You've heard of it, Craigslist. Yes, I went on Craigslist and I found an amazing gig that paid so well. So let me backtrack a little bit. 4 years ago, I was living out here in California. I returned home to Virginia for a little while to kind of take a woosah and regather myself and spend time with my family and prepare myself to relocate back to California, which is where I am right now. I am currently in the Bay Area, Napa Valley, San Francisco, Berkeley, Oakland space of California, which is considered Northern California. And I moved back to California to start working. However, when I got here, there was some confusion with my start date and the time that I was supposed to begin working this new job. So between the time of me getting here and the time I was supposed to start my job, I still had bills, I still had obligations and responsibilities that I needed to take care of, and all those things required money. So in my mind, I'm like, what can I do that's quick and easy and safe and legal to make legitimate money to take care of my bills and things of that nature? When you go online and you look up, how to make money fast, how to make money today, they tell you a lot of different things, but a lot of it you won't see a turnaround within a day's 24 or even 48 hours. So I needed something immediately. Well, wanted something immediately. So I remembered when I was in Virginia, when I first got home from college, I went on Craigslist and I found a couple of gigs on there that were actually legitimate and they paid really well. And not only did they pay well, they paid very quickly. For example, I went on Craigslist, Richmond specifically, because Craigslist is centralized to each location. So they have a Craigslist New York, they have a Craigslist Florida, they have Craigslist for Virginia, and then with those states, it's broken down by each individual city or county within that state. So I specifically was looking at Richmond, Virginia Craigslist, and the first gig that I found was actually for an event that they do in Richmond every year, which is the Southern Women's Show. And when you go on Craigslist, you have different categories. They have one for community, they have one for housing, they have one for transportation. They have a section where you can list resumes so people can go on there and seek out people who offer certain services. And then they have the category that I looked in, which is called gigs. And that's where they have like quick jobs that you can usually do same day or within a certain span of time to make quick money, and you'll get the money usually in hand the same day, because almost all gigs on Craigslist pay cash, or either they pay through some sort of money sharing app like Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. So the very first job that I did was working at the Southern Women's Show. I went on Craigslist during that time and they had a posting on there. Someone was looking for a retail/shop girl to work with them at their booth at the Southern Women's Show, to basically wear their clothes, walk around the event, and help them make sales. That's right up my alley, because being a business owner myself, I have retail and sales experience. So I did that, and at the end of that day, I think I was there maybe about 6 hours, and at the end of that day, I made about $200. So that's one day, just a few hours, $200. So that was the good side. That's, one of the benefits of Craigslist. I never personally thought that I would be on Craigslist looking for gigs, but it actually turned out to be pretty amazing. However, there is obviously the shady side, because usually when people talk about Craigslist, you don't hear anything positive. It's always someone got scammed, someone got hurt, someone got something stolen. So you just have to be wary when you're looking at certain advertisements, especially in the category that I look in the most. There are several categories within the gigs. They have something for tech, they have writing, and then they have the categories that I look in, which are creative, because I'm an artist, so anything creative, always awesome. And then they have events, which the event category is usually pretty local to whichever area you're in. So if you're in somewhere like New York, they usually have events listed that are common to New York, and same case for any city. And then also talent, which is usually where people are looking for people that can sing, dance, act, all that different stuff. And usually I would say that talent is honestly also one of the more riskier categories to look in. You just have to be really careful and look at keywords. Craigslist does an okay job with flagging like the shady listings, but there's still quite a few that slip through the cracks. Specifically, there's always someone on Craigslist, and this is common in every city I've noticed, because even before making this video for you all, I went to go look at different listings in other states aside from California and Virginia. There's always people looking for models, which it always looks really suspicious. They say that they're looking for someone who's strictly 18 plus, fit, nice body, and they always say, you know, don't ask any questions, just send photos to make fast money, get paid $500 to $1,000, and all that is very, very shady. So if they can't give you information, if they can't give you some sort of reference or show you some sort of website or portfolio or some sort of proof that they're legitimate, just don't even bother. I know in my experience, I saw one post that was offering $500 for a 2-hour photo shoot. And so I hit them up and I asked them, you know, can I have some more information? And their response was literally, do you want to make money fast or not? Not like that, I don't. So just be very mindful in your searching. So now, fast forwarding to about, I guess, a month or so ago when I first got to California, I hopped on Craigslist and went to Craigslist for the Bay Area because that's where I am right now. And one of the first ads I saw was a woman was looking for a shop girl / model to help her make sales at a trade show style event. And I'm like, okay, I've done trade shows before, so that's number one, making sales. I can definitely do that. And number three, I'm a model. So all those, you know, checked off all on my list. And so I reached out to the person and let them know that I was interested in the position. And the person got back to me right away and told me, you know, send her, or asked me to send her my resume, phone number, recent photos of myself, and things of that nature. And so within, I think, a day's time of us communicating, I got the job, and she said that she wanted me to come and assist her. Now, what I asked from her is, could I have some references for her? Did she have a LinkedIn or somewhere where I could view her credentials as a business? And also if she had a website where I could view the type of clothing that she had, because certain things I just don't model because I'm not comfortable with. And so she sent me the link, and what she had online was a boutique. She's a curator, and she pulls clothes from Italy, New York, even in Los Angeles, which is where her company is based. And I'm like, okay, this is definitely legit. And I even reached out to one of her references that's worked with her in the past. So I knew that everything was clear, fine. So she said that she needed me for 2 weeks, 5 days out of each week consecutively. So total, I think I worked with her for 10 days. And it was actually a really cool experience. However, what she didn't tell me, which I didn't find out until the day that I arrived, because I think I booked the job like, how can I say, maybe like a day before she actually needed me. And so the morning comes, I'm supposed to report. She told me to get there at about 10 a.m. And so I get there, and as I'm driving and approaching the address that she gave me, I'm so confused because it's literally nothing but open land for miles. Like, when I say open, I mean open. Field filled with cows and sheep and all that stuff. And I'm, you know, like, this can't be right. This can't be where I'm supposed to go. Oh my gosh, I'm about to be kidnapped. She sent me out to the middle of nowhere. It's a scam. I should have known it was too good to be true. And so as I continue to make my way, we start to see, you know, some civilization. I see this huge building, and she told me that it was a horse park, which I was a little confused because most trade shows are indoors. So when I found out that it was outside, I'm like, okay, this is definitely going to be an interesting 2 weeks for me because I've never done that type of work outdoors before. And it was extremely hot during those 2 weeks. When I say hot, I mean hot, hot. And usually my experience, California isn't that humid, but Northern California is quite humid. I can insert a clip of what the environment looked like as I was approaching the location. But nonetheless, it was an amazing experience. I got to be outside for 2 weeks in the fresh air. I got to meet a lot of amazing people from all over the world. So the event was the HMI Equestrian Classic. That's what happened week 1. And then the second week was like a charity event. So for the students who wanted to ride horses but didn't have the means, they had sponsors to pay for them to come to this event and people to come and watch them compete, so they continued to earn scholarships to continue to horseback ride. And it was a really awesome experience. Definitely different. Like, imagine just wide open field with ranches full of horses. You have stables full of horses. Everybody and their mama was walking around with a dog, which I don't have a problem with because I love dogs. But I'm dressed in Italian silk in a tent in the middle of like a dirt road. It was fun. The woman that I worked for, Miss Jacqueline, she was very sweet. Her and her fiance were very nice and accommodating. And also, there were other clothing brands too out there. I think at least 2 more, but they were spread like few and far and in between. And then there were also like food vendors. There were tons of food trucks. The food trucks, oh my gosh, they were amazing. And it was free and open to the public. However, usually with events like this, it's just the kids and it's just their parents. But sometimes if people in the area know what's going on, then they'll come. But it was really cool. I got paid at the end of each day, which was really amazing. So I was able to, save and take care of the things that I needed to take care of. And it was just super, super convenient.
You're gonna be back at the bar?
This dress is my favorite thing in this whole entire shop. It's so cute. A lot of really cute floral dresses, honestly. Super, super cute. This is all Italian silk.
Breakfast burritos with bacon. Right now? Yeah, bacon, eggs, cheese, potatoes. Do you want the caramelized onions? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
the show, and we're packing up now. I realized I never showed what I'm wearing. Those are mannequins. I'm wearing one of the Italian silk blouses, which is really comfortable and like super airy. And a pair of the Italian silk pants. Those are super breezy also. Not something I'd particularly choose to wear on my own, but it's styling. The people out here love this stuff, and it's just a bunch of jewelry that we're packing up.
And yeah, I mean, I would recommend it. All I'm saying is, you know, if you do this, just be very, very, very careful. Read everything before you agree to anything, ask questions, and if they don't want to answer your questions, then that's your answer right there. Because clearly, if they aren't answering your questions, then that means they have something to hide. So I would definitely recommend, if you find yourself in a bind and you need some help financially, take a look at Craigslist. Don't let that be your only option or your last resort, but it definitely is an option. And they have amazing things on there. I've also seen a couple of things that are remote, which means even, let's say you're in one state, it can be locationally done from anywhere. That's usually like graphic design type jobs, and I've also gotten a graphic design job from Craigslist also. It's tons of amazing things. Another opportunity that I got was, there was a brand in Richmond, Virginia, a makeup company. They wanted to send me makeup to take pictures in, to send back to them. So simply for putting on the lipstick they sent me, taking a picture, I made $30. And then me, being the person that I am, I like to milk from opportunities. So I reached out to them after I did that project and let them know, hey, I'm a brand ambassador. I have, you know, this many followers on social media. This is my layout. I'd like to enter into a partnership. So for about a month or so, the company sent me different shades that they were introducing to the public for me to do posts about, and I got paid in return. And from that, I think I made a total of like $250. So definitely check it out. Don't let that be your last resort. And if you don't find anything in one day, that's fine. Just keep looking, because they literally update it for most places almost every day. So be cautious, but also get your bag, because it's out there. It's an option. I never thought that I would do it, but as you can see, it ended up being very fruitful for me. So I hope that you all find this information helpful. If you find a gig on Craigslist, let me know. If you have any questions about, you know, what red flags to look for, how to go about searching for specific gigs, let me know. Also, I can do another video if you guys want me to on quick ways to make money that will actually make you money and you don't have to wait for a turnaround time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.